An anonymous juror in Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's defamation trial is speaking out against claims that social media played a role in their verdict. The juror was one of 5 men on the 7-person jury that found Heard liable for defamation. The case centered on the actress's 2018 Washington Post op-ed, in which she referred to herself as a, quote, public figure representing domestic abuse. The jury awarded Depp more than $10 million in damages and Heard $2 million in her defamation countersuit. In an interview with ABC News that aired on Thursday, the anonymous juror disputed the idea that social media influenced his and the other 6 jurors' decision. He said, "Social media did not impact us. We followed the evidence. We didn't take into account anything outside the courtroom. We only looked at the evidence. They were very serious accusations and a lot of money involved, so we weren't taking it lightly." The juror also shared, "Myself and at least 2 other jurors don't use Twitter or Facebook. Others who had it made a point not to talk about it." In a recent interview with the Today Show's Savannah Guthrie, Heard's attorney Elaine Bredehoft shared that she believes social media did impact the outcome of the trial, and that jurors were aware of the sentiments online.
How can you not? They went home every night. They have families. The families are on social media. We had a 10-day break in the middle because of the judicial conference. There's no way they couldn't have been influenced by it. And it was horrible.
In her own recent interview with Guthrie, Heard said she didn't think anyone could say social media representation of the trial was balanced.
Even somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
In addition to disputing claims about social media's alleged impact on the trial, the anonymous juror shed light on other aspects of the case. He told ABC News that he believed, quote, a lot of Amber's story didn't add up, saying, the crying, the facial expressions that she had, the staring at the jury, all of us were very uncomfortable. She would answer one question and she would be crying, and 2 seconds later she would turn ice cold. Some of us used the expression crocodile tears. The juror claimed the jury's perspective on Depp's testimony was different, saying, a lot of the jury felt what he was saying at the end of the day was more believable. He just seemed a little more real in terms of how he was responding to the questions. His emotional state was very stable throughout. The juror also said he believes that Heard and Depp, quote, were both abusive to each other, adding, they had their husband-wife arguments. They were both yelling at each other. I don't think that makes either of them right or wrong. That's what you do when you get into an argument, I guess. But to rise to the level of what she was claiming, there wasn't enough or any evidence that really supported what she was saying.